So last week we did more around the glutes. So I'm kind of staggering it because the important things for posture and back pain are glutes engaging, hips being open, chest being open, back engaging. So then we get straighter and then we get a lot less, oh, Sarah's fallen out. Hang on a minute. And Helen, can you turn your screen up a little bit? Tip it up so I can see more of your, more of you. Okie doke. Yeah, so we want to have our, okay, that's it. Yeah, so we're looking at opening the front here. So last week we worked more on the pelvis, on opening here and getting the glutes to work and to engage. So we're going to, so we stagger it a bit. The week before we did a lot on cobra, on up dog, on opening the chest. So we're going to come back and forth. We've got a few other exercises I might swing in today. So rocking that pelvis from side to side, pushing those seat bones into the ground, and just feel, so awareness of those seat bones. Make that movement smaller and smaller and shimmy from side to side. Okay, pushing those legs out, take those hands on the legs and rub them up and down and just warm those muscles up. Give them a bit of movement, blood flow, go down the outside, up the inside, down the outside, up the inside. And then rub those kneecaps. Give them a rub. Rub the thumb down the inside of the kneecap and push the kneecap over. Get your fingers on the underneath of it. And then push that kneecap across to the inside and give those knees a bit of a rub. And then roll those hands all the way down towards the feet. Soften the knees and let those knees come up. Lift that chest up, so you're pushing it forward towards the toes. Lifting the armpits over those toes. Resting those fingers into the arch of the foot. And then push those toes away from you, keeping those hands fixed on the soles of the feet so you stretch through those shoulders and armpits. Pushing those toes away. Feel that stretch into the lower back. And then release the feet. Let those hands come straight, come back up on the legs. Roll those shoulders up to the ears. Pop those hands on the floor. Lift the chest up high, breathing in. Breathing out. Push that chin into the sky. Push that chest forward. And then bring that chin down into the chest. And then lift that chin up. Pushing the head back, pushing off those hands, lifting that chest up. Pull those knees into the floor, tightening the thighs. Lifting that chest. And then bring those eyes all the way down towards to the floor, lifting the chest up, pulling those shoulders back, pushing off those hands. Turn the eyes to the right side of the right leg and lifting that left ear from the left shoulder. And then swing the eyes across. And lift that right ear from the right shoulder, looking over to the left side of the left leg. And then sweep that head around to the right side of the right leg again. And then sweep the chin into the chest and bring that head around to the left side of the left leg. And then one more, swooping it in, keep those shoulders back, push off those arms, right side of the right leg. And then all the way around to the left side of the left leg. And then bring those eyes up to horizontal, pull those shoulders back, slide those hands a bit further back on the floor, and lift that chest up, and slide those hands a bit further back, and lift that chest. So we're working on those armpits, working on the muscles down those arms, fascia through the forearm. And then release those hands on the ground. Come onto the legs and roll yourself forward. Let those knees bend up. Come right forward. Try and get your armpits over your knees so you're lengthening. Lengthening forward, good. Tilting onto the front of that front bottom. And then push the legs into the floor. Sit yourself up nice and vertical. Put the left hand on the right knee, right hand behind. Lift that chest up to the sky and turn. And then come round to the front, and then the right hand on the left knee. Left hand behind, lift and turn the other way. And then come back round to the front. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Bring those arms up, and then rolling yourself all the way down to the floor to flat. Rolling through those vertebrae and discs. Bring those arms all the way over the head. Push those fingers away from the toes. Push that right hand away from the right foot. So walk the feet to the left. Walk the hands to the left. Stretch through that right side. Pushing that hand away from the foot. And then walk those feet to the right. And walk those hands to the right. And push that left hand away from the left foot. Breathing in, breathing out and stretch. And then bring those hands back to the center. And push those fingers away from the toes, breathing in. On the out breath, bring those hands all the way up to the sky, chin into the chest, and roll yourself all the way back up to sitting, reaching all the way forwards to those feet on the ground, pushing those armpits over the toes. Really trying to come forward onto your front bottom. And then sitting yourself up to vertical. Now cross your left leg over your right leg. Left leg crosses over. Slide that left foot up to your bum. Keep this knee flopped down. And then take hold of that knee in the right arm and pull that right leg up towards that left leg up towards the right shoulder. Push the left buttock into the floor and feel the stretch through that glute. Lift that chest up and turn yourself around to the left. And then release that leg. Let that leg come back. And then cross the right leg over the left. Slide that right foot up to the bum. Take that left arm around that right knee. Pull that right knee up. Pushing the right buttock down. Lifting the chest up high. And turning and looking over that right shoulder. Feel the stretch through the bum here. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then release that leg. Let those legs go out straight. Soften the knees. Roll yourself all the way forward again. You should be able to get a little bit further forwards. So you should get your tummy button on towards those thighs a bit more. Good. Pulling through those feet, pulling that armpit over the knees. Then push those knees to the floor. Right knee goes down, left knee, right knee, left knee, and then both knees down. And then sit yourself up nice and tall, breathing in. On the out breath, lift those arms up, roll that body all the way down to the floor, one vertebra at a time. Take those arms all the way over the head, push those fingers from the toes, reaching, and then pull those shoulders down to the waist. And then push those hands away. So we're stretching those muscles around the shoulder blade. Pull those shoulder blades down towards the waist. And then push those hands away. Let those shoulders shrug up. Pull those shoulders down to the waist. Bring those arms all the way up into the sky. Bring those arms all the way down by the side. Slide your hands under your bum. Breathing in. On the out breath, push those upper arms into the floor. So I'm not tilting onto the back of my head. I'm just pushing off those arms and lifting that body off the ground. Keeping the back of the head on the floor. You can just roll that from side to side. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. And then release. And then bring that right knee into the body. Hug that knee in. And then bring that left knee into the body. And hug that knee and push the tailbone to the floor. So nice straight back, trying to get those knees towards the armpits, pushing the tailbone down, small lift off the lower back. And then put that right leg out straight, keep that left leg in. And then take that left leg out straight. Bring those hands to the sky, chin into the chest, and roll yourself all the way up to sitting again. Sit up nice and tall. And then bring your roller in. And have those feet flat on the floor. And then rest those elbows back on the roller. Breathing in, breathing out. Lay the bottom ribs on that roller. Breathing out. Let that body open all the way over. And feel it release as you empty your lungs. Bring that chin back up into the chest and sit yourself back up. Move the roller a tiny bit further up, breathing in. Support the head if you need. Breathing out, push the breastbone up to the sky, push the head down to the floor. So you're pushing the breastbone up, which is what lets the head tip down. Not trying to pull the head down while the back stays flat. And then bring that head back up. And then move it a tiny bit more. Breathing in. Breathing out. Push that breastbone up. Let that head fall back. And then one more. Bringing that head up. Move that roller one more time. Breathing in. Breathing out. Push the breastbone up. And the head should rest on the back of the roller. Just rock the head from side to side. So allow the weight of the head to cause traction in that neck. And then stop the rocking. Take hold of the head in the hands. And then roll that roller down towards those bottom ribs. And breathing in, roll that roller up towards the base of the neck. And breathing out, down towards those bottom ribs. And then back up to the base of the neck. And then leaning on that left-hand side. Going down towards those bottom ribs on the left. And then back up. Gradually going all the way over onto the left side. So you probably take 2 or 3 all the way down, all the way up. If this is uncomfortable, use your elbow and lift yourself so I can keep my body weight on the floor, keep my bum on the ground. I can slide my bum along the ground as I move, as I crawl myself over the roller. I have to move my feet, come to the bottom ribs, and then I move my feet. So they like walk the body down. One more all the way down. And then all the way back up. And then gradually over onto the back. And then all the way down. And then all the way back up. And then all the way down. And then all the way back up. And then over onto that right side. So we're going all the way up, all the way down. So we go all the way onto the right. And again, I can crawl my bum, walk those feet, crawl the bum, walk the feet, crawl the bum. Walk the feet back up, crawl the bum. Pop the bum down, move the feet. Pop the bum down, move the feet. Pop the bum down, move the feet. Or I can stretch my legs and I can move them in one go. All the way up, all the way down. And then leaning, but it's a bit like playing tennis and reaching for the ball rather than moving your feet to the ball. You can reach, but you're not going to get a very accurate shot. You probably won't get it, or you won't get it as powerful. If you move your feet in little pivots, you get to the ball. Okay, all the way up, all the way down in the middle there. One more. All the way up to the top. And then all the way down. So just rest that roller in the middle of that back, breathing in. Breathing out, push the breastbone up to the sky, rest that head on the ground. Take those hands in prayer above the head, and then reach those arms away, and then reach those legs away out straight. And just reach that right hand away, so we have a bit of a stretch on the right side. And then reach that left hand away. So I want the roller underneath your shoulder blades. Or on the bottom edge of the bottom part of them. Reach to the right, reach to the left. Take the head in the hands, bend those knees in. Roll that roller a little bit up, a little bit down. Bring the chin into the chest. And you're going to sit yourself all the way up. Sit yourself all the way up. Move that roller out of the way. We'll just put it nearby because we might do a bit of stuff on that roller. So sit yourself up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Put those fists on the floor. Push that chest forward. Lift that chest up. Stretch. And then round that back, slowly rounding forward. And then sit yourself up nice and tall. Okay, swing your legs around. And let's come onto all fours. So coming onto all fours, we've got the hands under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. Turn the inside of those elbows forward. So you can have the palms flat or you can be on your knuckles. Turn the inside of those hands, of those elbows forward. And then pull those knees away from each other, but without moving on the mat. So you create friction and you create tension in your bum. Turn that tailbone down and push that back up and bring the eyes to the knees. And then turn that tailbone up, bring that belly down and bring those eyes up to the sky. Turn that tailbone down, bring that back up, bring those eyes to the knees. And then turn that tailbone up, bring that belly down, bring those eyes to the sky. Bring your back into neutral, so bring your eyes looking straight to the floor, push the tailbone away. Glide that body backwards without bending the spine, so you stay in neutral. So we glide back. So this is like pulling those knees into the chest. Good. And then pull the knees apart and lift yourself up onto all fours. Glide that body back. So this is the same as rolling forward. So we're bending at that hip, getting the tummy onto the thighs, flexing that hip joint, and then pulling those knees apart, lifting yourself all the way back up. One more, flexing all the way backwards. Holding yourself here. Pulling those knees apart, bring yourself all the way back up. Okay, keeping your hips over your knees, we're going to breathe in, and on the out breath, slide those hands forward into the puppy, lower that chest down to the floor. So we lower that chest down, so we're stretching the armpits and we're stretching the chest. So the idea is we get the chin on the ground and the chest on the ground, keeping those knees where they are. So you won't get there in the beginning. So push those arms into the floor, push those upper arms into the ground, breathing in, breathing out. So Sarah, take your bum backwards a bit, so your thighs are vertical, that's it. And Jane, take your bum forward a bit so that your bum is above your knees. Yeah, and so you have to slide your hands, Jane. Release the push of the arms and then lengthen them on the floor, sliding them forward a bit. Trying to get that chest down a little bit more. Breathing in, breathing out. So I start with my forehead on the ground. And then we're going to lift the body up, walk those hands back. So crab them back and come back up onto all fours. Turn that tailbone down, push that back up, bring those eyes to the knees. So keep your bum above your knees. If your bum goes backwards, your hamstrings have to work too much. Come into neutral. Sink the turn the tailbone to the sky, sink the belly down, bring the chest down. Breathing in, and in the out breath, stay in this position. Push those hands forward, bring that chest down to the ground. Taking that chin down, taking that chest down. So we're inverting. So Mum, go back with your bum a little bit. Good, Helen. So you're inverting that chest. Push those forearms into the floor. Now it's not 100% contraction, just a little bit. Should just be a 10-20% contraction, as in 10% of the maximum effort you can do. So you can cut it, do it as hard as you can, cut it in half, cut it in half, cut it in half. So it's not a very hard contraction because this is pretty tough on the shoulders. Breathing in. Breathing out, push those hands forward, push that chest down to the floor, take the chin down, And then I walk my fingers back a bit, bring those elbows back a bit, bring that back up, come onto my hands and come back up onto all fours. So get out of it gently. Turn the tailbone down to the floor, push that back up. And then turn that tailbone up, bring that belly down, bring those eyes up, pull the shoulders away from the ears, lengthen the head from the tailbone, breathing in. Breathing out, pull those knees apart from each other, lower yourself down one more time, taking that chest down to the floor, bringing that chin down, breathing in. Push those forearms into the ground, good, good mum, good Sarah, good everybody. Breathing out, pushing those forearms in, breathing in. On the next out breath, slide those hands forward without moving the bottom. Bring that chest down to the floor. So you're only moving them a few millimeters. And then resting the forehead on the ground, bring those arms back. Bring that body back up. And come back onto all fours. So you're meant to be able to lift your body up and slide the hands back in, but that's quite tough. Turn the tailbone down, push that back up. Turn that tailbone up. Bring the belly down, bring the eyes up, pull the shoulders away from the ears. And then come into neutral. Okay, come up onto your knees. Bring your left foot on the floor on the left side of the mat. Right knee is staying on towards the right side of the mat. Pubic bone, pull that forward. So I start with my pubic bone above my knee. So my leg, this back leg is vertical. So I pull that pubic bone forward, roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back, lift the chest up high. Now I can glide forwards a bit into the stretch here. So now I take my crutch and my torso forward of that knee. Holding those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Keep the tension in the front of this leg as if I'm trying to pull it forward. Breathing in on the out breath. Take this right arm up into the sky. Push the right knee down to the floor and push the right hand up. You can let the hips go out to the right a little bit if you want. But essentially you're pushing through that right side, pushing the knee down, pushing the hip, keeping that hip vertical. So my pelvis is staying vertical, reaching up and over. And then release that arm. Bring both hands to the floor in front, at either side of this front foot. And then just glide your body back a bit and slide that front leg forward a bit, trying to straighten the front knee. So if that's too difficult, lift your body up a bit. You can use your foam roller on its end, or you can put your hand on your leg and lift yourself up, but try to get this front leg straight. Point those toes. So mum, use a coffee table for some balance, and then flex that foot. Stay straighten your leg. If you're that vertical, you should be able to have that front leg straight. Point the toe, flex that foot. So I'm flexing and then I'm pointing. Flexing, point. Bend that knee up, glide that body forwards. Glide that body forwards. Reaching that chest up high, breathing in, breathing out. So we're stretching through the groin here. So I'm trying to lower my groin down towards that front foot. So I can put my left hand on my left knee, right hand on the floor, or I can have both hands on the floor and I can stretch forward. Bring those eyes up, push that chest forward. Now go back over the back knee, walk the hands back, walk this foot back, and I can snake my foot back. And then put both arms on the floor, put both knees next to each other. Bring your, mum, can you bring your roller in a bit closer so you can grab it if you need to if it's miles away, you can't get it if you need it. Just put it parallel to your mat. Put the right foot on the floor in front. Lift yourself up. So we've got the left knee on the left side of the mat, right knee on the right side. Get my body over my back knee. Pubic bone comes forward, so I tuck under. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Lift that chest up. Clench with the bum on the back, clench with the bum at the back. Glide myself forward into that hip flexor. So get your chests up, chest up, good. Feel the stretch in the front of that back leg. Pull this back knee forward as if you're trying to move it forward. Engage the front of that, the muscles down the front of that leg. Lift that chest up high. Breathing in. On the out breath, left arm up into the sky. Left arm up. Release the push of that back leg and reach that left arm up and reach that, push that left knee down. Pushing the arm up, the knee down. Reaching over your head. So the arm in the sky is the same side as the knee on the floor. Pushing, pushing, pushing. And then release that arm. Come down onto the floor, either side of the front foot. Or keep yourself up a bit more vertical. Slide that front foot forward and get this knee straight. So if you want to use the stick to keep yourself up or the roller, but the front leg wants to be straight, Jane and Mum. Get yourself up, Mum. Use the stick. Come back up on the back leg like this and have your leg forward. So my body weight is over my back leg. Yeah, the body weight, you should be balanced on the back leg. Front leg straight, and then you just lean forward towards that front leg as much as you can, feeling a stretch behind the back of it, but don't bend the knee. Hang on, no, Mum, get your bottom over your back leg. If you go forward like that, you'll do the splits. So you keep the front leg here and your weight is on the back leg. Your bottom drops backwards, if anything. That's better to keep the balance. And you stretch through this front leg. Point the toe of the front foot and then flex it. So I haven't got any weight on this front leg, on the front foot. Point the toe, the weight's all on my back leg. Flex the foot. Point the toe. So Jane, your front knee should be straight. Yeah. Feel the stretch down this front leg. And then bend the front leg and walk the weight forwards. And let the groin go down towards that front foot and stretch the back leg. So bring your body up, chest up. Weight can go, you can put your elbow on this front knee. Lift that chest up and feel the stretch through the back of the front hip. Good. And then come all the way back up. Swing around and back onto all fours. Okay. So slide down onto your elbows and slide down onto your tummy. Rest your hands, your chin. So we'll do the knee bend, which you might have done. So rest the chin on the hands and bend those legs up. Bend those legs up. So we're going to have both feet up in the air. Now clench your bum and push your pubic bone into the floor. So that stays in the ground all the time. The tummy stays lifted off the floor. You're resting on the bottom legs and your pubic bone. Straighten the right leg out and then bend the right leg up, pulling it towards the bum. Straighten it out. Bend it up. All the time the pubic bone's in the floor, the bum's tight. Straighten that leg out. Bend that leg up. Straighten that leg out, bend it up. Okay, left leg. Push the pubic bone in the floor with the bum muscles. Straighten that leg out. Bend that left leg up. Straighten that left leg out. Bend that left leg up. Straighten it out. Bend it up, hold it here. Straighten both legs out and just relax them for a minute, but don't let the pubic bone come off the ground, so your bum's engaged all the time. Bring both legs back up, push the pubic bone in the floor. Breathing in, on the out breath, lift that right leg up and down. So right leg, pushing the foot to the ceiling, just a little bit off the floor and down. A little bit up, the pubic bone's hard into the ground. You should almost be bruising it. Lower the right knee down. Lift that right thigh up. Lower that right thigh down. One more. Lift that right thigh up. Lower it down. Okay, the other leg. Left leg. Lift that left thigh up. Lower it down. Lift that left thigh up. Lower it down. So I'm not pushing off the right leg. Clench the pubic bone into the ground. Lift the left thigh up. Lower it down. One more. Lift it up. Lower it and then straighten those legs and relax. Relax the bum. Let the pubic bone lift off the floor. Wiggle that bottom. Bounce it up and down. Have those legs straight. Clench the bum, push the pubic bone in the floor. Tighten the thighs, lengthen the legs. Bring that left knee in and straighten it. Bring that right foot in and straighten it. Keep the hip flexors tight. Left leg in, pubic bones on the ground. Right leg in and out. Left foot in and out. Right foot in and out. Left foot in and out. Both legs in. Now, can you swing up? Can you guys hold on to your feet or not? You probably can't. Can you get your trousers? Okay, so if you can get hold of your feet, forehead stays on the floor, clench the bottom and push the pubic bone in the ground and lift the knees off the floor. So hands and feet go up into the air. And release. Breathing in. On the out breath, clench the bum, push the pubic bone in the floor. Push the feet into the hands and let the knees lift up off the ground. So we stretch those hip flexors using the bum and release. So this is the relationship in walking. Breathing in. Have you got your dressing gown strap, Mum? Put it around your feet. Breathing in. On the out breath, push the pubic bone into the floor, push the feet into the hands, lift those feet and hands up to the sky. And release. Okay, don't worry, don't worry. We'll do one more. Okay, we'll let go of the legs. Let go. Stay down on the floor, Mum. Stay down on the floor. Right, so let go of those thighs. So we stretch through the front of the hip. We've engaged that bum. So we're going to work on that chest a bit more now. So forearms are next to the body. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Breathing in on the out breath. Clench the bum, push the pubic bone in the floor. Draw the tummy in, lift it. Breathing out, push on those forearms, lift that upper body up, keeping the eyes to the floor, pushing the chest towards the end of the mat. Yep. Elbows pulling towards the waist. Breathing in. On the out breath, release everything to flat. Breathing in. Clench the bum, push the pubic bone in the floor, draw the tummy in. Breathing out, pull the elbows away from the head, pushing the head towards the front of the mat, lifting as if you've got a candle under your chest, lifting your throat away from that candle, keeping the bottom ribs on the ground. The lift comes from the bum clench. And then release and lower. Okay, one more, breathing in. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Clench the bum, lengthen those legs. Draw the tummy in. Push those forearms into the ground. Imagine you're sliding them back. Push the chest forward, stretching through that front of that body. Breathing in. Breathing out and release. Breathing in. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Clench the bum. Push those legs away, knees and feet are off the floor, lifting the front of the body up, holding here. Now slide those hands towards the bottom ribs, keep those shoulder blades back, breathing in on the out breath, lift up onto your thighs, hold on your thighs, and then lower back onto those bottom ribs. So Sarah, keep your shoulder blades back. And then lower back onto the bottom ribs. Roll the shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Breathing in. On the out breath, push off those arms, come onto those thighs. Shoulders back and down. Open that chest. And then lower back to the floor. So the feeling that you had doing that puppy pose should be the same here. But we're just in a different orientation. So roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Clench the bum, pubic bones hard into the ground. Legs are off the floor, breathing in. On the out breath, lift onto those thighs. And then straighten the arms and come onto the knees. Keep the chest forward. Yeah, knees, good. And then bum in the air. Back into child pose, good. Stretch through the hips, stretch through the lower back. Push those arms away. Breathing in. Breathing out. Pulling the knees apart, lift yourself up onto all fours. Bring yourself down onto your side. I'm going on my left. Support your head with your underneath arm. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. So straight line of the pelvis from the front, and we're in neutral spine if we were to look from above. So we've got a curve around the upper back, small curve in the lower back. Feet are behind the body, as far behind as the knees are in front. Breathing in. On the out breath, lift the top knee up and down. Keep the feet together. Lift it up. Lower it down using the bum. 3 and down. 4 and down. 5 and down. 6 down. 2 more. 7 down. Hold it up at 8. Hold it up. Take that whole leg backwards. 8, 7, 6. Clench from here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet together. Take that whole knee up and down for 8, 7. So push into the hip flexor as you lift. 6, like you're doing, like when you do the pubic bone into the floor. 5, 4. So you're turning this leg out. 3, 2. Hold it up at 1. Hold it up. Lift the whole leg up and back for 8. Feet stay low. 7. Good. Perfect. Sarah, knee a bit higher. 6. Foot a bit lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet together and lower it down. Well done. Give that thumb a rub. Okay, turn over onto the other side. Swing yourself all the way around or just roll over. Up to you. So supporting the head with the underneath arm. Neutral spine from the nose, breastbone, tummy, bust and crutch. Neutral spine from the top, ear, shoulder, waist, hip, top knee up and down. Make sure there's the same amount of foot behind as knee in front. 2, 3, using here, pushing into here. 4, pushing into my hand as I lift. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, holding up at 10, oh sorry, 10, we've done 10 on this side. Right, we're going back for 8, 7, pushing into my hand here, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, so you feel this push, 1, feet together, all the way down and up for 8, 7, 6, 5, so you're pushing into here, or keeping that bum engaged, put your hand on your bum, check you can feel it working, 3, 2, up for 1, then take the whole leg up and back, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Keep that bum a rub. Okay, bring yourself up to standing. Oh, good. We've still got some good batch of time. Right, let me get the camera a bit better. Okay, have a stick or something to hold you to help with your balance. So stick, or you can use your foam roller. Let's get that up a tiny bit. Right, so instead of the walking stuff, we are going to do, right, balancing. So feet parallel. Hard to get me all in. Right, feet parallel. Parallel is not the inside of the feet parallel, because that means that the outside of the feet are turned out. Parallel is the midline, middle of the toes to middle of the ankle. So your balls of your feet will be closer than the heels. That will make you feel like my knees, which are where the bottom black lines are touching across and knocking. So I've got to turn those thighs out by clenching my bum and pushing into here. So turn those thighs out, pushing the pubic bone forward. Release. Turn those thighs out and release. So you're doing the clam. Turn those thighs out and release. As you turn those thighs out, your arches will lift up and you'll go onto the outside of your feet. So keep the big toe on the floor. Let those knees roll in, release the bum, the feet come flat, the arches collapse. Clench with the bum, push into here, turn the thighs out, the arches lift up, the balls of the feet stay on the floor. Release. Turn the thighs out, opening, and release. Turn them out and hold them there. Now bring that chest up. Bring this core in strong, pull those shoulders back, take hold of the stick behind you and just have it through your elbows like that. Just holding it here. So lifting yourself up nice and tall. Now I'm going to bend forward from here, not from my waist, from my leg. So keeping those knees out, I'm going to let my bum go backwards. So this is like the forwards and back that we do on all fours. So I've got my chest open, I've leaning forward. I'm going to clench my bum, push into where my hands are on my hips, bring those shoulders back. Ease at that bum, legs stay straight, lengthening through that chest. Clench the bum, push it forward, standing up. Ease from here, drop that bum back so my knees come a bit soft. Clench and lift. Bring that stick back to the floor on one side. I'm going to have it on my right. Pull those knees apart. Right, we're going to stand on the left leg. So having those thighs turned out. So if the knees are bent, they would be out like this. But because we're standing straight, the thighs are turned outwards and you can't see that my knee would be out if it was bent. So lifting up tall, clenching this bum, I'm going to use this stick and I'm going to lift that right leg off the floor, keeping my pelvis at 90 degrees to my foot. Bring that right knee up into the sky. Put that right foot back down next to the other leg. So keeping those thighs turned out. So put both feet down, so weight bear on both legs. Turn those thighs out. So the bending forward that we do is showing that you bend from here when you lift your knee up. So stand relaxed, the knees will flop in, bottom's floppy. Clench the bum, push into the pubic bone, turn those thighs out. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, down and back. Going on the left leg again. Pushing the weight on the left leg, lengthen the body high. Push through this right stick, not changing anything other than the right leg is coming forwards and up, and you have to use your bum here. So there'll be a tendency to want to do this. So you've got to hold up strong. Bring that right knee up, put that right foot on the floor. Helen, make sure that your feet stay parallel. So use the words, the writing on your mat, and have your foot in line with that. And then have your pelvis in line with the long side of the mat. So we're going to lift the right leg up, keep this hip in column, put that right leg down. Good. Lift the right leg up. So Jane, don't let your bottom swing out to the side. As you lift up, your hip mustn't turn. It's got to stay to the front. Lift that leg up, put that leg down. Clench it here and lift. So this is part of walking. We would then go on to tiptoe, and step forward. Left foot, switch hands with the stick. Mum, if you tip your screen up a tiny bit, I'd be able to see your waist and I could see what's going on with your hips. So, standing, yeah, okay. Standing like this, pull those knees apart, clench and push into the pelvis. Release, let those legs roll in. Rotate those thighs out, clenching with the bum. Release the thighs, roll in. Clench the thighs, pull out, draw in the core, bring in, you come from the chest here. Lift the chest up, that draws the core and it pulls the shoulders back. Left stick into the floor, going to stand on this right leg. Stand on that right leg, bring that left leg up. So the point of bringing the left leg up is that we're bending at the leg joint, not at the waist. Put that right leg, that left leg down. Keep this pelvis, keep this bum tight. Lift that right leg up. Put that, left leg down. Lift that left leg up. Put it back down. Switch sides with the stick again. Keep those thighs turned out. Push into the pubic bone. Go up onto your toes. And lower. Go up onto tiptoes. And lower. Go up onto tiptoes. Roll onto the outside of your little toe. Roll onto the big toe. Find the middle position. Lower down. Turn those thighs out, clenching the bum, pushing into here. Stand on this, stand on this left leg. Push the left heel into the floor. Turning this thigh outwards, keeping this hip in column, keeping that chest high. Since we crook it to the camera. And keeping that chest high. Bring this right leg up in the air. Go up onto tiptoe on that left foot. And then go down, that's hard. Move the stick to wherever you need to have it. Go up onto tiptoe. And down. Right, this time we're going to go up onto tiptoe and step forward onto this leg. Go up onto tiptoe. Step forward on that leg. So we've extended the hip here. We're still vertical. Rock back onto the back foot. Go up onto tiptoe. Step forward. Clenching here. Straight. Go back. Lifting up tall, turning that thigh out, keeping this bum engaged. Go up and tiptoe on the left foot and roll forward onto the right foot. Okay, other leg. So relax those legs, turn those thighs out, clenching with the bum, push into this pubic bone. Lift here up, stretching the front. Go up onto tiptoes and down. Go up onto tiptoes and down. Go up onto tiptoes. We're going to stand on this right leg. And down. Stand only on the right leg. Up onto tiptoe and down. Don't worry if you wobble a little bit. Go up onto tiptoe and down. Right, this time we're going to go up onto tiptoe and step onto this left leg. So put both feet on the floor. Turn those thighs out. Jay, make sure your feet are parallel. Inside the middle of your feet, not the inside edge. Turning those thighs out. Lift that chest up. Lift this left leg up in the air. Go up onto tiptoe. Step forward. And come back. Lift this left leg up. Go up on tiptoe. Step forward. And then come back. So when we walk, if we're not comfortable to go on tiptoe on one foot, that's when we start to lose our balance. So you don't go onto tiptoe and then the stride length gets smaller. So left leg up onto tiptoe and step. And I'm finding this hard balance-wise because we're doing it so slowly. So when we move and walk, we have speed and flow, which keeps us straight. So give yourself space in front, both feet on the floor. I'm going to go sideways so I'm not walking at the camera. Both feet on the floor. Turn those knees out. Push into this, clench the bum, push into the pubic bone. Roll those shoulders up and down, pull that chest up. Go up onto tiptoe. I've got the stick in the left hand, go up onto tiptoe. I'm going to stand on my left leg. On my right leg, sticks in the left hand. Stand on the right leg, lift that left foot up, step forward. Switch hands with the stick. Engage that bum, stand up on that left leg. Go up onto tiptoe. Step forward onto that right foot. Stand on that right leg, switch sticks, switch sides. Go up onto the right foot and step forward. So that you're clenching, you're flexing the hip, extending the hip. I come into the light here. So I stand straight onto tiptoe. On my weight's going on my left leg. I'm going to extend the hip on the left leg, extend it. I flexed it on the right leg. I'm going to stand on a flexed hip on the right leg. I'm going to go up to straight. I'm going to go through and extend it. Stand on the flexed hip on the left leg. Come to straight, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Right, well done. So tiptoe work is balance, and you can do this while you're waiting for the kettle to boil, while you're doing your teeth, while you're brushing your hair. You can stand up tall, turn those thighs out, clench the bum, push into the hip flexor, roll those shoulders up, lift that chest up, come onto tiptoe and lower. Come onto tiptoe. You can all do this at the countertop in the kitchen. The more you do this stuff, the more balance you'll get. And the more you walk by using your ankles, the better your balance will be as we get older. So come up onto two feet on tiptoe. Stand on one leg, put that foot down. Stand on the other leg, put that foot down. Lower the heels down. So we're getting the bum to work. Okay, bring yourself down onto the floor. Bring yourself down onto the floor. Sitting down, legs in front. Roll those shoulders up to those ears, down and back. Roll those shoulders down, up to the ears, down and back. So you should feel your bum feels a bit warm from doing all that work. Cross that left leg over the right leg. Bring that left leg up towards the bum and pull that left leg in towards the chest, turning the body round to the left. Turning it round and then release. Put that leg straight. Bring that right leg across. Pull the right foot up towards the left bum. Bring that right knee up towards the chest. Push the right buttock into the floor. Turning, looking round to the right. Feeling a stretch here. So we just stretch those bum muscles and let those legs go out straight. Pop those hands on the floor behind. Lift that chest up high, breathing in. Breathing out, push your chest up. So all the things we do when we do the planking. So if we did reverse plank now, had the legs straight, lifted the bum in the air. That's exactly the same as we've just done. So here we've got a flexed hip. If we clench our bum and lift, we've now got a straight hip. And then we go down and we've got a flexed hip. So lift that chest up high, pull yourself forward. Sweep your fingers down on the floor, bring them all the way up into the sky. Bring them all the way around. Bring them onto those legs, roll yourself forward. Rolling forward, stretching that back. Push those knees into the ground, bring yourself up to vertical. Bring those arms all the way up into the sky. Bring them all the way around. Put them on the floor behind, lift that chest up, breathing in. On the out breath, bring those hands all the way out into the sky. Hold them together above your head, breathing in. On the out breath, reach them up tall, lifting that chest up. Release them out wide. Rest them on your legs. And roll your shoulders. Well done. So it's drawing it all in so that you don't have to do hours of Pilates because you're doing it. in your everyday moves.